All right guys, how's everybody doing today? Today we're going to walk through how to basically tighten your conveyor belt. So this is how we recommend doing it, and we're going to walk you through finding the master link, removing the master link, removing a link of belt, and then putting it all back together. So we're going to use this oven here. So the way we've got this one set up is we've already taken the drive chain off of the other end. And you don't necessarily have to do that, but it just makes it easier so where you can grab the belt and you can turn it to locate the master link here. So that's where we're at right now. That's where we're going to start, is basically from this part here. So to identify the master link, it's always going to be this one that has a gap here. And this is always kind of hard to illustrate just because the belt, it's so hard to kind of get on film what you're actually doing here. But so this is the master link here. You can see it's got a hole here. None of the other belts have none of the other sections have a hole. So this is going to be our master link. This is where we're going to start. So the only tool you're going to need is a pair of needle nose pliers for this. And so what you're going to do is you're going to start here at the master link. Try and get my hand out of the way. So you're going to grab this one that's cut right here. And you're going to take that and you're going to bend that back out of the way. You're going to bend that one. So basically you're just disconnecting the master link from the other side of the belt. So we're going to do that all the way across the belt. So now we've done all the middle ones, and all we've got left are these two end ones. The end ones are slightly different because they're connected on the ends with the loops here. So once you get the inside piece done, then to undo the rest of it, you're going to take the master link here, and it kind of loops around, and you can unhook it like that. So then we're going to come over here and do this other end. So we're going to pop that out and then just rotate this around to where you can get that off. So now at this point what we've done is we've separated the two sections of belt here. So then you're going to take the side opposite the master link. And then to remove a link here, it's real simple. You're just going to start on this end here with the open loop, and you're going to push this link out. So you might need to open this loop slightly just to give it a little room. So you can see the link just kind of snaps in and out of there. So once you get the first end loose, you just work your way across the belt. We'll open this loop over here a little bit. So essentially we just removed one link from the belt here. So we're going to set this aside. Now depending on how loose your belt is, one link may not be enough. So what I like to do is always start with one link. So we've got the one link taken out, and then what I'm going to do is just grab the belt, and then I like to pull it together here with my fingers, and that'll give you a pretty good idea of, hey, is that going to work, or is that too loose or too tight still? So like in this case, it really wasn't loose enough to remove one, so you can see you're going to have a really hard time putting that back together without a link in it. But on the flip side, if we did this, you know, and it overlapped or was real loose again, you would simply just take out another link. So that's kind of the process there. Like I said, this one really wasn't loose enough to need one taken out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back and put this back in and put it all back together here and show that process. Something else I want to mention here is if you're ever, you know, doing this and you need a master link, if you take one of these after you get it removed, you can actually just cut you a new master link out of a spare one of these. So you would take, if you had some wire cutters or something, you would take and you would just cut here, cut here, cut here, cut here, and then you're just keeping these sections right here, and you're going to cut the center out here. So you would do that all the way across, and you would have you a new master link there. So to put this back in, we're just going to start on the reverse side. So the link has to go in the top. So once we get that corner in there, then we're just going to work the belt across. And you can see if you put a slight bend in the belt, it makes this a lot easier to hook it back together. So there we've got our belt section put back in. You know, and again, you can pull this together now, and you can see that that's really going to be you know, exactly where you want it there. So now, having said that, we're going to go ahead and put this back together. And so one thing you guys may have noticed is when I took it apart, I started with the center and I left the two links on the end for last. And when I go back together, I'm going to start with the center and I'm going to leave the two ends for last. So how I like to put it together is just grab the belt here, get it close, and then you're going to take your pliers, get one end hooked, and you're going to hook that back together. And then once I hook these, I like to bend these kind of back down just to make sure that they don't catch on anything, you know, as you're putting pans and stuff on here. So then we're just going to work our way back across the belt, putting all these links back together. So now we got to this end section again. And you can see on this one, I never actually unhooked it from the other end of the belt here. So you can leave it, you can fish it out of there if you need to. If it does come out, you know, it does take a little bit of, I guess I don't want to call it practice maybe, but a little bit of getting used to get this all put back together the way it should be. So if you can, I like to leave it in here just because it's a lot easier when you go back together. And you can also look at the links ahead of it and look at it, and that'll kind of help you understand, okay, this is how it has to go either over or under this other section here. So you can see all these other pieces. This one is below this piece in front of it. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to come in below it. We're going to hook it. Rotate it around here, and then once we get it in there, then we're just going to clip it just like we did all the other ones. So then also, if you opened up any of these over here, I would also kind of come back in and just kind of close that loop back up as well. So now we're going to come back over here, got our other master link here. So we're going to come up, come underneath the one in front of it, and then rotate it around. Feed it through that one. And we're just going to clip it, bend it back, bend this corner back, and there you go. We put it all back together now. So again, that's the best way to tighten a belt when it gets loose. And that's how we recommend it. If you guys have any questions, definitely give us a call and we'll help you through it.